Regardless of when you started watching One Piece, I'm sure we can all look back and reminisce in the good moments we've had over the years of watching. Unless you're a loser who skipped everything up till Gear 5. But who would do that, right? As a One Piece fan, as an anime fan, and as a person, thank you Wano and thank you Oda for these memories that'll stay with us forever. With Wano Kuni coming to a close, all we can do is look back and reminisce about the good, the sad, and the goofy moments. This chapter of One Piece has finally come to a close. At this point, One Piece has become something separate from anime altogether. It's gained the power of a nation. I mean, think about it. We as the fanbase are the loyal citizens who would lay down our very dignity for it. We have rituals to bring people to our side. We all gather together to witness important events that will make its mark on the history books. And we even study the mysteries of the world. Now that I say it out loud, we kind of sound like a cult. But hey, we're a friendly cult. Unless you're a Naruto fan. It's a joke, please don't kill me. To think that it's been 10 years since Punk Hazard signaled the start of this epic tale. A tale of tragedy and hope all the same. We should be grateful to have an author so dedicated to his craft that it took him this much exposition and preparation for this final climax. It's no wonder this arc's finale has such a heartwarming air to it. And the thing is, this climactic saga didn't really start in Punk Hazard. It's kind of been going on since the start. Look, I know people are tired of hearing how amazing the foreshadowing is and hearing how Oda is a genius who planned everything since the start. But honestly, it really does feel like that. From the start of One Piece, everything has been leading up to this climax, and to think we still have an entire saga remaining that will be magnitudes more epic. Whether or not Oda had it planned, it doesn't matter, because not a single plot point in this entire story is forgotten. Sanji's relation to royalty, Zoro's village being called Shimotsuki Village, even hints of Gear 5 dotted around the story. This is a story that takes its time to reel you in and plant the seeds early so you can watch them grow. Truly, One Piece is the definition of an adventure. It's a world built with mysteries to explore, characters to love, and tragedies to be told. How could you just call this an anime at all at this point? It's an honest-to-God world of fun, a journey to be experienced, and a tale that will never be forgotten. You know, with all the anime we're getting seasonally, you would expect people to start finding shorter anime that they could really more closely connect to. But the insane length of One Piece is one of its greatest charms. The One Piece is the end goal, sure. But if One Piece were shorter, were to have ended like it was a 12-episode anime, or even just the Naruto's length worth of 700 episodes, minus 300 episodes of filler, One Piece just would not have had the same effect on us. We're drip-fed information to keep us intrigued, and the characters are built to feel like close friends. Although, I'm not sure you have any idea what that feels like, you fucking weeb. Regardless, the point is, over the 1,000 episodes we've had time to experience and create memories with the cast, grow deep bonds, and emotionally connect to everything they experience. And while I just shit on Naruto for having too much filler, I don't think it would be fair for me to sit here and ignore Toei's little bad habit of ruining the pacing of episodes by stretching all the scenes out. While Naruto had filler episodes to make sure they wouldn't catch up to the source, One Piece does something different. It's honestly a shame that Toei chose to do it this way, because by stretching all the scenes instead of making them dedicated filler episodes, we just can never skip it properly. Once One Piece is finished, we're all going to be stuck with scenes of Luffy throwing a punch or facing off with someone for like 30% of an episode. And sure, there are people working to create things like One Piece, but to be honest, I haven't seen much of them, but from what I have seen, they always cut out too much and sort of ruins moments. And it's not really their fault, the balance is just hard to attain, and that's why we need professionals to do it right on their own accord. But obviously that's not going to just change anytime soon. Thankfully though, Toei was kind enough to do the climactic scenes and more important emotional scenes right. And goddamn did they do it right, I mean just look at this. Toei is cooking. Overall, I'd say One Piece's length is one of its greatest assets. This is a grand story about adventure, and what better way to enjoy an adventure than take your time and explore the world? I mean, that's why One Piece is written the way it is, and that's why after all these years we spend in Wano, it feels justified for how long it is. And that's not to say that One Piece is written only so that eventually it'll be good. No, on the contrary, every part of One Piece, every arc of One Piece, every little event of One Piece is crafted with its own mini conclusion. It's just enough to satisfy us and keep us satiated for the long run, but every bit as heartwarming as it needs to be. I feel that it's fairly obvious that One Piece is a step above the rest when it comes to world building. People never shut up about it. But here's the deal. Other than the geographical aspects being the thing that people consider world building, I'm here to tell you, look to the culture. It's honestly one of the most underappreciated facets of storytelling, and One Piece has no lack of it. I think it's the most apparent, especially in Wano towards the end of the arc. It's one of the things that I actually think Toei does better than I expected. I mean, Fishman Island was rich in history and culture galore. The layout of the island is unique and it gives you insights into how the culture operates. Fishman Island's history greatly affected the cultural outlooks of other races, and that plot point was more or less the most important part of Fishman Island. And think about it this way, if we discriminate by color of skin in this world, then how would we react to people biologically similar, but completely different at the same time? It's these arbitrarily realistic details in a goofy world that makes this world come to life. And it's because Oda takes the time to research and incorporate real-life myths, history, and culture into his world, and it makes it feel so much more layered and real, while simultaneously just being the most goofy and happy-go-lucky story you'll ever see. And it's fitting that such a great climax would end on an island based on Japan. It's why this arc is so jam-packed filled full of culture and tradition. It's no wonder this arc took about 4 years to reach its conclusion. Oda was just having fun building this arc. But it's not just the obvious things that matter when it comes to making something come to life. Just think back, how did Oda get us to feel all the doom and gloom of the island? The obvious answer would be through the use of factories damaging the environment, the people of Ebisu Town's tragic situation, you know. But you know what really sold me? It was the propaganda. These people who all loved their country dearly saw the rise of two tyrants who held no regard for the land, and all they could do was just sit by and abide, raising their children to believe this was righteous, not knowing the past of the beautiful land of Wano. And that's why these final scenes hit so damn hard. We can finally see the people of Wano feel free truly, able to finally rebuild their country and enjoy their lives. And this just cements Luffy as the most true embodiment of freedom in fiction. It's just too well written to be real. Which is why if you're a One Piece fan, it is your heavenly duty to convert the masses to One Pieceism.